Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the annual induction for the Lambda Sigma chapter of Phi Theta Kappa of Queensborough Community College. It is a great pleasure to be here and a great pleasure to be here with all of you. I want to begin by making a couple of acknowledgments really fast to President Call and Vice President Hartigan, who could not be with us this evening, for their incredible support of our Lambda Sigma chapter. I would also like to thank, if they can stand and be recognized, Mr. Renaud Pierre Charles and Miss Emily Call. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea how much work these two people do for our chapter. Everything you are enjoying tonight, including the food that you're waiting to eat, is their responsibility. They manage myriad numbers of details every day, and we are just so grateful to them. So I'd like to begin this evening by welcoming our guest speaker, well, the first of our guest speakers, President Diane Call.
Thank you very much. This is always a special event. It's grown. Certainly not in importance, but in the numbers of students who have really risen to represent the finest of our students at Queensborough Community College. And I want to congratulate all of you students and to welcome your family and friends to this event. Dr. Emily Tai and Dr. Perisavonos are the advisors for Phi Theta Kappa, our chapter, Lambda Sigma, and they work tirelessly to ensure that students have access to this very special experience. More importantly, I think they model behavior to which we all aspire: integrity, civic engagement, excellence academically, but also as people, as members of a community. So I thank them very much personally for their work. But we're celebrating our students tonight, and Phi Theta Kappa at Queensborough is a big deal. It's something that recognizes academic excellence, but many times that's superseded by the extraordinary character and contributions that our students have made to earn them the right to be called members of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society for students at community colleges, junior colleges. It's very significant. It takes not just your success academically, but a demonstration of your commitment to our community, to the larger community in Queens and in New York City. And Phi Theta Kappa here is a very active group. They do wonderful things in all parts and all ways. They do food drives and book drives, and they work with community members to ensure that those who need some assistance or encouragement receive that. So what you do, you're our pride and joy. You take the things that you've learned so well in your classes and you put them into real life. You use them, you demonstrate your skills, but most importantly, you demonstrate your heart. And I congratulate you again because it is a very selective group. We have over 16,000 students enrolled at Queensborough in degree programs. You represent, as I said earlier, the best. And you go on to great things in careers and great things at other universities. Speaking of great universities, I want to thank Adelphi University for sponsoring this event. And our guests here, there you are. As you know, we have many colleges where our students attend. One of them certainly is Adelphi. It's a fine school. It's located on Long Island. They'll tell you a little bit about it. And as you know, we can get to many places from Queensborough, and that's certainly one of them. So I thank you, Adelphi, as representatives of Adelphi, for being with us and helping us sponsor this event this evening. There are many individual students who have excelled. I'm not going to name them all because we will give several awards. But again, to the families and friends, you should know that the students here this evening, being inducted, and those who have been members, and that they have been incredibly talented and worthy of a very high honor, and we're very proud to offer our newest inductees this evening. So enjoy the evening, and I thank you. Dr. Tai, it's all yours now.
Thank you very much, President Call. I'd now like to invite our speakers from Adelphi University to tell us a little bit about the university.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christina Russo. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at Adelphi.
And I'm Jennifer Hunker, and I'm Associate Director of Student Life at Adelphi.
So Jen and I would first just like to congratulate you all on your induction into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This is a wonderful accomplishment, and you all should be very proud. I know many of you are familiar with Adelphi, but we're just going to take a few minutes to show you a quick video and then let you know a little bit what's going on at Adelphi. Glad you all enjoyed that. Since 1896, Adelphi students have benefited from an intellectually engaging and culturally rich environment with skilled, accessible professors and alumni who are leaders in their fields and communities. We offer more than 50 undergraduate programs of study within 8 schools, as well as an abundance of resources and support to develop student skills. Adelphi ensures that students will have access to critical experiences by infusing experiential learning, which means learning by doing, into academic study and extracurricular activities. A few examples of experiential learning happening inside the classroom at Adelphi include our Robert B. Williamson School of Business is using a real Bloomberg-powered trading room. This Bloomberg technology is the industry-leading platform that drives the global marketplace. Our students in the School of Education and the Derner Institute of Advanced Psychological Studies are using our on-campus Early Learning Center for observations. Our nursing majors, prior to their clinical work out in the hospitals, are practicing on computer-engineered mannequins, which simulate real human beings in our SimMan labs. Our biology, physics, and environmental studies majors are conducting real-world research in our labs alongside our faculty. Our communication sciences and disorders majors have access to on-campus speech and hearing clinics. Learning takes place outside of the classroom as well. Adelphi students gain practical internships that prepare them for the workforce, all while pursuing their degrees. The highly successful Community Fellows Program, through the support of the University Center for Career Development and the Long Island Center for Nonprofit Leadership, helps students gain valuable professional experience through paid summer internships at local nonprofits. Our extensive study abroad programs in locations such as Australia, China, Egypt, France, India, and Mexico will enrich students' lives with new cultures and experiences. For the 6th straight year, Adelphi has been designated a FISC Guide to College's Best Buy in Higher Education, one of only 25 private institutions nationwide to earn this distinction. The numbers speak for themselves. In 2011 to the 2012 academic year, 90% of transfer students receive financial aid. We offer generous transfer scholarships, full-time and part-time merit-based awards, PTK and PTK Select Awards, and a Queensborough Community College Partnership Award for high-achieving students earning an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science degree. Adelphi is committed to providing students with an excellent yet affordable education.
Okay. As you can see right here, we have Tau Sigma Transfer Honor Society. I'm going to be showing some pictures as I'm speaking. That's your next opportunity to get into an honor society if you decide to pursue a degree at a 4-year institution. But I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about transfer services at Adelphi University. Adelphi University is committed to the success of our transfer students. Through the implementation of a variety of transfer services, programs, scholarship opportunities, and a fulfilling co-curricular experience, our transfer students have been able to thrive. Much of this is because of the outstanding work of our Transfer Initiatives Committee, which is composed of representatives from departments including admissions, enrollment management, academic advising, and student life. Through their combined efforts, they have been able to effectively meet the needs of our transfer students and provide cutting-edge services, including transfer admission days, transfer registration days, transfer transition days, transfer magazine, and transfer student services. In December 2008, Adelphi University chartered Tau Sigma National Transfer Honor Society. To date, we have inducted over 800 members into this prestigious honor society. This honor society recognizes transfer students for achieving a minimum of a 3.5 GPA during their first semester at Adelphi. Furthermore, members of this prestigious organization are continually recognized for their academic achievement and co-curricular involvement through scholarship opportunities. Nationally, Tau Sigma awards over $28,000 each year in Tau Sigma scholarships. Locally, Adelphi University awards 5 one-time $500 scholarships to Tau Sigma members each semester. With over 80 recognized student organizations and a robust events calendar, Adelphi University provides a variety of co-curricular opportunities for our students. Throughout the year, we sponsor a variety of on-campus and off-campus events and activities, including Welcome Back Week, Spring In Festival, Spike It Volleyball Tournament, Bingo for Bucks, Halloween Party, Spirit Carnival, Broadway Plays, Professional Sporting Games, Bronx Zoo, Halloween Party, Six Flags Great Adventures, hypnotist shows, magician shows, coffee houses, and more. Our two largest events are our comedy show and spring concert, where we have had major acts such as Kevin Hart, Eddie Griffin, Snoop Dogg, J. Cole, Big Sean, Fabulous, Brand New, and Yellow Card perform. We have an active and philanthropic Greek letter community featuring 7 sororities, 4 fraternities, 1 professional fraternity, and 5 multicultural organizations and social fellowships. If recreational opportunities are of interest to you, we have a new 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art fitness center, gymnasium, and pool, which is open year-round and free to our students. Additionally, during the academic year, there are a variety of free aerobics classes, including Zumba and spin, and intramural sports. Overall, there is something for everyone at Adelphi, and we are always expanding our co-curricular involvement opportunities.
Transfer students are a very important population for Adelphi, comprising almost half of our yearly new student enrollment and bringing lots of diverse experiences to our campus. And those of us in student life, academic departments, in advising, and in student services are committed to doing all that we can to ensure that by enrolling at Adelphi, students have found the right fit and have made their last transfer. If you're interested in transferring to Adelphi, feel free to schedule an appointment to meet with a dedicated transfer counselor or come on down to one of our transfer admission days. And if there's anything that Jennifer and I could do for you in the future, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you so much, and again, congratulations.
Made me want to go to Adelphi. Okay, thank you very, very much. And needless to say, if there's any follow-up that I can help with, feel free. I know that we've had several members of this chapter transfer to Adelphi and do very well. I'm thinking of Miss Uttara Singh and Miss Stephanie Lee in particular, who were standing up here not long ago. It is now time to move on to a very pleasant duty, which is to dispense our annual service awards. We have 3 highly deserving recipients, and I'd like to call up the first of them, along with the presenter. Mr. Tanda, is he here? Ah, yes, get up here. And President Cole, I'm just going to give you...
So wonderful. Kay is not, as you could tell, Kay is not a stranger to us. Obviously. He's the president of our student government, but he's also the outgoing president of our chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. No? Oh, sorry. Yes, very good. He's also, oh, thank you. He's also, we just received word this week, yesterday, I can't remember what date it is, yesterday, that Mr. Tanda is the recipient of CUNY's Student Leader of the Year Award for the entire university. And Kay certainly has a number of accomplishments under his belt, as so many of you do. Kay is a native of Nigeria before coming to the United States to study international relations and political science. He quickly rose to a position of influence in our student government, for which he has served very ably, I might add, for the last year. He represents his students among many, many governance boards and committees. He is involved with the mock trial team, and I had the privilege of watching him compete with our students at Yale last year. We were the only community college to compete in that tournament. And he also oversees a variety, as I said, of boards. He also worked on David Weprin's campaign for Congress last summer, which was obviously an interesting view of American politics. Tonight, the Lambda Sigma chapter wishes to recognize Mr. Atanda's outstanding contributions and achievement as a Phi Theta Kappa member. This spring, Mr. Atanda became the first Queensborough student to have been selected for as a Silver Scholar in the 2012 Coca-Cola Community College Academic Team, sponsored by Coca-Cola Scholars Foundation and administered by Phi Theta Kappa, the national group. Last spring, Mr. Atanda lent his energies to our paperback book drive, Phi Theta Kappa's drive, on behalf of Orientation Paperback and Books Through Bars. This year, he contributes substantially to the food drive for the Food Bank of New York. Most valuable of all was Mr. Atanda's energetic support of the Community College Degree Completion Campaign. We were very proud of that. And Kay was really a driving force at which almost, 88 students pledged to complete their associate degree at Queensborough. It was a very important first effort and very successful. And again, it was done with Mr. Atanda's very strong support. Okay. There's so much to say about Kay. I'm almost done, though, at least with this short synopsis. Just days ago, as I said, he did receive this very high award for the university. In every way, he has exemplified Phi Theta Kappa's ideals of scholarship, fellowship, leadership, and service. We're very, very proud of you, Kay. And because of what you've done to represent this institution, and in particular the ideals of Phi Theta Kappa. So thank you on behalf of all of our students, our community. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Despite a busy academic schedule as a student in our demanding nursing program and additional commitments to her family, Ms. Chen has always found time to contribute to Queensborough's community. In the spring of 2010, Ms. Chen received a scholarship to participate in the prestigious Salzburg Global Seminar and impressed faculty advisor Mark Van Els, my colleague, with her maturity, her vibrant intellectual curiosity, and her maternal care. He said she was everybody's mother. And then this year, she was elected this fall to be the president of our Lambda Sigma chapter, and she became everybody's mother. And she did a wonderful job. In this capacity, Ms. Chen took an unprecedented degree of initiative, forging partnerships with other student organizations to co-sponsor a number of service activities, including a food drive with the Newman Club in Nyperg, a collection of used shoes for Newman Club. It was called Souls for Souls, very clever. A toy drive with C-Step, a Thanksgiving food drive, a Socks for Soldiers drive, a clothing drive with the Salvation Army, a collection of supplies for a medical mission, and the collection of over 900 Dear Santa letters as part of a fundraising effort that partnered Macy's department store with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. However, the biggest of all was last October. Ms. Chen and another member, a former officer of our Lambda Sigma chapter, Rosalind Joshua, were able to attend a regional conference of Phi Theta Kappa that was held at the Borough of Manhattan Community College. And they were giving a talk on chapter service activities and institutional fundraising. And in the course of giving this presentation, they were made aware of the national Community College Completion Award campaign that is being sponsored by Phi Theta Kappa and the American Association of Community Colleges to promote young people to pledge to finish their community college associate's degrees before they go on to four-year degrees. Believe it or not, statistically, if you finish an associate's degree, you're more likely to get a BA. Nobody knows why it's true, but it seems to be. And so that's one of the reasons why there's been such a push towards college completion. Ms. Chen immediately grasped how important this was. She thought in terms of a long-term commitment to this C4 event, and then proceeded to very energetically, with Mr. Atanda's partnership, run around the campus, bringing all kinds of people who never talk to each other together: faculty, administrators, building and grounds people, students, alumni. And when we were done, we had over 100 pledgers. Was that right, finally? Or somewhere between 80 and 100. We brought in alumni to talk about their previous experiences. We brought administrators to welcome them. It was an enormously inspiring experience, and Ms. Chen and Mr. Atanda did it all, really. All I did was send a few emails. So this, in particular, is one of the major reasons why we are awarding the Service Award. But I would say that overall, Ms. Chen's outstanding work as a Lambda Sigma president has already earned her an All-American Third Academic Team Award from the regional Phi Theta Kappa chapter in New York. On April 16th, I want to add, Ms. Chen passed her NCLEX state boards, and so she is now a licensed registered nurse. So if any of you get sick tonight, she can take care of you. We are proud to recognize her professional achievements, her exemplary modeling of the Phi Theta Kappa ideals of fellowship, leadership, and service, and we are delighted to present this Lambda Sigma Award. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Did you want to get photographed? Oh, you should really. Thank you.
Our next award winner is John Wilkinson. John? Okay. There you go. Okay, John. You stand here. There you go. John has brought an unusual skill set to Lambda Sigma. While at Queensborough, he has combined internships in the curatorial staff of Queensborough's Art Gallery and the Kupferberg Holocaust Resource Center and Archives as a student in Queensborough's Museum Studies program. Before coming to Queensborough, however, Mr. Wilkinson was an instrumentalist, bass for the band God Fires Man, which has released 3 full albums, toured internationally, and received awards as one of iTunes' top 10 for 2008 and 2009. Mr. Wilkinson is the 2-time recipient of a Queensborough Merit Scholarship and also received an honorable mention in last year's David A. Garfunkel Historical Essay Contest. He's given honors presentation in art history on the medieval unicorn tapestries and spoken at Queensborough's Partners for Progress, and I can attest he was very impressive. Somehow, however, Mr. Wilkinson has also found time to serve as a senator and then president of Queensborough Lambda Sigma chapter. Last November, together with Lambda Sigma Vice President Ellen Tafero, Mr. Wilkinson traveled the elements to walk in Queensborough's Walk to Aspire. This is our annual student fundraising event where our own students raise money for student scholarships. He helped to coordinate this particular chapter's food drive for Food Bank of America. And we're delighted to present Mr. John Wilkinson with the 3rd of Lambda Sigma's 2012 Service Award, and we wish him absolutely the best. Do I say rock on? I'm not even sure. Is that what your band did? Okay, John, congratulations.
So, oh my God, what a year. I mean, I say that every year, right? But like this year, it was amazing. Do you know that we have been awarded the Queensborough Award for Best Academic Group of the Year? You did that. I just watched. And then I kveld. You know that word? Have you all learned some Yiddish from me this year? I want to thank so many people. I want to remind you that this year we had the Walk to Aspire. Mr. Wilkinson and Ms. Tefero will remember that it was raining a lot. We all got very wet, except Miss Chen protected the cookies. And Mr. Pierre Charles and Miss Kahl did a fundraising raffle, which was a very original idea. And when the dust was cleared, we had raised $1,800. Then we did a food bank drive for the Food Bank of New York, and we collected 459 pounds of food. There was so much food that we had to get Buildings and Grounds to help me. Usually I do it, right? This year, I gave up. So, and of course, you've already heard about the C4 campaign, which was just amazing. And one of the things that was particularly exciting about it was the way that it brought back some Lambda Sigma members who had excelled while they were here at Queensborough and have gone on to excel in other places. Melissa Kamraj, Kunal Singh, Andre Smithson, all of whom were at one point Lambda Sigma officers. And over the last year, I've been getting emails from people, and Dr. Savronos has been getting emails from people. So we have other alumni news about extraordinary graduates. Nina Hatta, who was a CC Top recipient from NYU, is now student teaching in New York City. So is Mata Hussein, who was another CC Top recipient. Maximilian Ehrman, who graduated from Skidmore, is now a psychology fellow in Colorado. David Shu graduated from Binghamton and has been working in economics. Salman Gohari is working on Wall Street, former Lambda Sigma president. Veronica Nunez, who was a Kaplan scholar, finished at Holyoke and is now studying social work in an advanced degree. Christopher Daly in the PhD program at University of Albany in history, a personal love of mine, passed his oral comprehensives on February 14th. What a way to spend Valentine's Day. And Hoda Mirafal, who some of you may remember, were on a wonderful interfaith dialogue with Mr. Prasad, is now Dr. Mirafal, assistant professor of, is it chemistry and physics? Yes, at Florida State. Now, I have to tell all of you today that I thoroughly expect to be telling stories about each and every one of you in the next few years. I have no doubt on the basis of your accomplishments here at Queensborough. You're very special. Phi Theta Kappa asks us to talk about various moments that may be inspiring, various individuals in the history of Western civilization who may be inspiring, and I always like to talk about Francis Bacon. He wrote a statement that Phi Theta Kappa talks about in PTK Central in Mississippi. Studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. Their chief use is for delight in privateness and in retiring, for ornament and discourse, for ability and judgment, and for the disposition of business. Read not to contradict and confute, nor to believe and take for granted, nor to find talk and discourse, but to weigh and consider. Francis Bacon, who lived in the 16th and early 17th century, was a model for many things that Phi Theta Kappa puts forward as very valuable. He was certainly a master of civic engagement. He was a statesman who served his king, James I of England. He was a philosopher in the early modern sense, that he was also interested in mathematics and philosophy and in chemistry. He was very interested in alchemy, which was an early form of chemistry. He was looking for a way to find base metals and turn them into gold, which I think is still something they're trying to figure out in various parts of our country. He also was very insightful in thinking about the future of the human community. One of the things that I always mention about him when I talk about him in my Western civilization class is the way that he had an apprehension of the importance of printing gunpowder and the compass. He talked about how they had changed the whole face and state of things throughout the world. And he had a sense of them, had a sense of the ability to travel globally, to transmit ideas through printing that was a grasp of their importance that I think almost in some ways foreshadowed the grasp, the understanding that we've all acquired of the global condition through the internet today. It was, in many ways, printing revolutionized the 16th century world in the same way that the internet is revolutionizing the 21st century world. And Bacon had a grasp of that enormous change. We always need intrepid thinkers like Francis Bacon, and I think that one of the reasons Phi Theta Kappa may talk about how important he is because Phi Theta Kappa is interested in inspiring that same level of prescience and grasp of world events in its members. And I know from knowing many of you that that's an ability you already have. But there's one other thing I wanted to say about Francis Bacon, which I say every year, but I think it's important to keep front and center in thinking about your accomplishments and the debt that I imagine you all acknowledge to the people, to the loved ones who are here with you today. Francis Bacon was an intellectual in the 16th and 17th century sense. He lived alone. He dedicated himself to learning. He never married. He never had children. He never had family ties. He died actually in the middle of an experiment. He had some kind of an experiment that involved staying out all night, and he wound up catching pneumonia and dying, which I hope will never happen to any of you. But one of the things that I think he absolutely would not have understood is the way that each and every one of you have balanced multiple and competing responsibilities in order to complete your associate's degree. I honestly don't think that Francis Bacon could have imagined the idea of working on your homework after sitting up with a sick child or a sick elderly relative until 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't think that he could have understood the sense that many of you have had of dislocation and adaptation as you come here from foreign countries and then adapted to life in the United States. He thought interchangeably in English and in Latin, but he probably could never have imagined the idea of suddenly learning a new language and then having to digest difficult and complex intellectual material in it. And those kinds of accomplishments are so rich and so special and so beyond anything that existed in Bacon's world. And they make you guys particularly special, and they make me think of another essay of Francis Bacon's that Phi Theta Kappa never talks about that I wanted to share with you, called On Adversity. And in it he writes, "The good things which belong to prosperity are to be wished, but the good things that belong to adversity are to be admired." What's particularly admirable about every one of you today is that you did not travel a straight and easy and well-lined path to get here. You had to go through all kinds of nooks and crannies. You had to jump over so many speed bumps, and you did it. And you did it well, and you did it elegantly, and you did it successfully. And for that reason, you have our profound admiration from the Phi Theta Kappa Advisory Committee. And we hope you will accept our deep congratulations. Okay. Do we have certificates? Where are they? Here. So I'm going to call your name, and we'll start to line up. You know, it's like second grade.
Okay.
Benjamin Abraham, is he here? Aisha Afzal, Shafaq Ahmad, Miriam Ali Rodriguez, Jamila Alston, Ian Chin Ang, Catherine Avalos, Kenny Ayala, Sung Bak, Jonah Balkum, Boriana Baric, Lujicinda Beleshi, Sanjay Bhagarati, is that correct? I'm sorry. Esther Blackman, Michelle Borg, Andrea Botar, Minerva Brandon, Jacqueline Buds. Okay. All right. Joselita Calpo. Yun Chang, Charlie Chen, which one? Who are you? Okay.
It's Chong Yun Chang.
Chang Yun Chang. Sorry, I didn't see the because it's the way that the spreadsheet. Charlie Chen, Z Chen Choi. No, I'm sorry. I copied from the spreadsheet. Something weird happened to my computer. I'm sorry. Sun Sun Choi, Clarissa Cifuentes, David Koba, Lauren Condon, Deandra DaCosta, Shi Lun Dai, Jacqueline Davis, Jun Suk Do, Ayikoi Dosekli. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Can you pronounce it?
Next time I will.
Ailen Fei Zhu, Doris Feng, Zina Garian, Yusab Giri, Sonia Gonzalez, Benjamin Grossman, Benjamin, he's my student. He'll get his certificate later when he comes for the final. Imran Harish, Lauren Hind, Jennifer Aikiano, Aisha Javid, Gerard Jean-Philippe, Ling Jin, Kenya Joseph. Miss Joseph made some amazing cookies for the Walk to Aspire bake sale. Jessica Kaiser, Misung Khan, Amadeep Kaur, Win Yang Kei, David Kudyang, Seo Ying Lee, Benjamin Liebman, Jian Lin, Shiyun Liu, Peter Magri, Joseph Matthias, Ariel Matiaho, Zuhaib Mirza, Khadija Mohammed, Michael Monteliagre, Sayed Nakvi, Marikia Newton, Lucia Nunez, no, no. Jaime Nunez, Diokimi Ok. She's in class, where she's supposed to be, right? Jamoke Owio, Joey Pang, Miss Cheryl Pang. Is Miss Cheryl Pang here? Miss Pang actually is the recipient of, I've forgotten where it's from, but she won a very prestigious scholarship as well. And I'm just having a senior moment. Rachna Patel, Patrick Pilar, Salvatore Pisciotta, Christine Pizzo, Paul Powell, Graciela Ramirez. Ms. Ramirez was our chapter secretary this year. Where is she? She's what? She's studying. Another good place to be. Somebody bring her some coffee. Domingo Remingio, Anthony Rivera, Marilyn Rodriguez, and Antonio Rosado. Mr. Rosado? Mr. Rosado was president of our Future Teachers Society, yes. So another honor society with which we compete for members and awards. Sorry. David Russell. Rahima Saleh. Radha Salaman. Kayung Mayat Sang. Sayed Sanklan. Natalia Segovia. Oh, okay. Yes. Congratulations. Josephine Seuk. Kandola Singh. Liloti Singh.
Next is mine.
Okay, you want to take over?
No,
No.
next is Greek.
Okay. Oren Singh. Ellen Sklavunakis.
C minus.
C minus. Harumph. Elise Tefero. Mr. Farrow and Mr. Wilkinson walked through a soggy walk to aspire, but stayed dry. Kwan Sung Tong, Lanza Trockenberg, Chung Him Tsi, Eugenie Tungguam, Melina Venengas, Marina Virginia Villadiego, Juan Wang, Yi Qian Wang, Kathleen Wickman, John Wilkinson, Anais Wang, Juan Wang. Oh no, this is all, my computer. I hate my computer. Aneg Wang, Min Yu Yang. Excellent. Okay. Yi Fang Yang, Quin Yang, Tiskrin Yangzom. Okay. Yair Yepes, Sunwoo Yum, Lu Zhao, Dan Zheng. Is there anybody who expected an induction and stepped out and then came back? Christian? Robin Christian? Do we have his certificate? Okay. Got your certificate? No, it's all right. Thank goodness they're in alphabetical order. Yes. We pause for station identification.
You back up the little messages. Here we go.
Yes. Oh, Miss Christian? No. Where's Mr. Christian? Where's Miss Christian? Robin Christian? Where?
Your name?
Chalk Sage Wenji.
Did we find yours?
Yeah.
Whoever has it is on a plane to Rio.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations. Enjoy.
Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody
Okay.
else? Last call.
Last
Make
call?
It once.
Yes.
Sold.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
eBay.
Oh God.
Just
Terrible.
joking. Okay, sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Joking.
Right. Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Let's get serious.
No, I know we're getting serious. Honored presidents and vice presidents, fellow Phi Theta Kappa members, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for membership in our honor society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into the Lambda Sigma chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society of the two-year college. You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces two-year colleges, not only of your own state, but of the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa and your Lambda Sigma chapter. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization may be meaningful to you. Please take a moment to consider the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom. The golden field, like the escutcheon of our coat of arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for society folk to evidence their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metals, as Francis Bacon believed, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent that nobility attained by those who achieve intellectual leadership. Across the slab, you will observe a black band. It represents the three ideals which band us together, and the cultural self-control which is the necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the black enamel background are the three Greek letters which are the initials of those three Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Beyond the band is a wreath, and on the one side composed of oak leaves and on the other laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success, all attributes for membership in our society. Above the band is a representation of the head of Athena, Greek, a symbol of learning. And in the base appear the Greek letters meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge stands as a symbol of the high idealism of our organization and membership in our select group. The purpose of our organization is to foster a spirit of devotion to study and to scholarly ideals among its members, and whose principles are embodied in the Greek letters which stand for phromenon, thumos, katharotis, wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Now that the standards and ideals of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you come to complete the pledge which admits you into complete fellowship. Please repeat after me. I, a member of the Lambda Sigma chapter of Queensborough Community College, do solemnly promise on this 9th day of May 2012 that I will uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa, and to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. It is my pleasure to welcome you into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it affords. I salute you for your accomplishments. I charge you to explore always for truth and to dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of the well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and honor. Congratulations. And you know, the old joke is, I'll miss you, but the Alumni Association misses nobody. You're all on my email, which means you're going to get emails from me. And I want to say that while some of those emails will be relevant to what's going on here at Queensborough, and that will be something you've left behind, I make an effort to reach out to alumni whenever I see something that would be of interest. And I will hope to have many of you back for our annual C4 events. So this is a beginning of a new relationship with Queensborough Community College as a member of an elite group that is expected to be a model to future Queensborough students. And for that, too, I thank you ahead of time and congratulate you.